Now, what's the plan for me?
First, you become a Japanese. Second, you train hard and quickly to become a ninja, like us. And third, to give you extra special cover, you take a wife.
Hello and
200
welcome
episodes, baby!
to the
Shazam.
200th-ish time I've said these words. Another episode of Kill James Bond. I am November Kelly doing a little victory lap, and I am joined, as always, by my friends Abigail Thorne and Devon.
We are riding down the streets with laurel wreaths around our temples. We're victorious. We have many beautiful galls in chains behind us.
Yeah, I'm taking a little break from my concubines to come here and try to remember what the fuck happens in a movie that I last watched in 2021.
That's right.
As is customary, we will be doing one of the original James Bond films without referring to our notes, just trying to remember what the fuck happens in You Only Live
People
Twice.
don't remember this, but fittingly actually, but this podcast is actually part of a kind of neurological study of memory formation that's been running for a number of years in coordination with a number of universities and research consortia. And so part of that is to torment ourselves by making us, crawl for 3 days over the big piles of money that we earned doing these and see if we can remember what we fucking said about them the first time. So
yes, I mean, this is actually if we have some newer listeners, this was actually your first idea for what we would do when we ran out of James Bond movies.
Yes.
Yep.
We would just start again without
I had quite a conceptual idea for this, which would have been terrible, but I kind of like it.
How a podcast goes, it would have been awful, but like it would have been a really interesting art piece to be a part of.
The thing is that I wanted to keep doing this forever because I really enjoy it and because it pays my rent. So there were two ways of doing that. One was to do every movie, which is what we've alighted on, but the other was to just kind of do this art piece of we just start again and we do it and so many times that it's a copy of a copy of a copy until it's just kind of a podcast of just us chatting, right? And that interested me, but I'm really glad that we did every movie instead because we really got to see some movies which we wouldn't have done otherwise.
Past tense.
We
do. We will continue to do
this is
so.
the last episode.
Oh God.
No, it ends when one of us dies. We've discussed this.
Absolutely.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Unless we can
Or when
find
we
a
do every
suitably
movie.
funny replacement. Yeah. Once we've ticked off every movie.
Whoa, that's new.
I know it's replacing me.
I think if I died, you could replace me with someone funny enough, and I'd be happy to be
No.
here.
Oh yeah,
you-
let me look at my short list for people that are as funny and insightful as November.
If you die, I'm
hell.
gonna killing myself is gonna be higher on the list of things to do than replace you on the podcast.
But this is taking on a morbid tone.
Yeah, it's actually a pact. I should be clear here.
just entering the recording with my suicide vest on to say if any of you die, I'll kill myself. Welcome to this entertaining comedy podcast about the movie You Only Live Twice.
Our lives are in your hands. You have to keep listening. Now,
Yeah.
We've got the dead man switch, but it's tied to Spotify listens.
yeah, yes. Downloads drop below a certain amount.
It's like Speed,
It's like Speed, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a Sean Connery Bond film. It's the one where he goes to Japan and becomes Japanese.
Yes.
And I think, is this the one that starts in space?
The drops are engraved over the inside of my eyelids, so I can
Yes.
say from memory.
Yes.
Welcome to Japan, Dad. Is my little girl hot and ready? Is a line in this movie.
You have helped me with quite a lot there. Yeah, actually, to be fair, I should put this up at the start of the episode just in case it doesn't turn out to be true, but I feel really good about this one. I honestly think I've got this one.
This is the one that starts in space because this is the one.
I think it is the one that starts in space because the Americans have a spacecraft.
It is an American spacecraft, yeah.
And it gets eaten, it gets vored, it gets swallowed whole
by a big metal Pac-Man.
Yes.
And then I remember a scene where there's a bunch of people from all different countries around the world, and the Americans are accusing the Russians, and the Russians are saying it's not us.
Yeah. It's in the UN, and then the Russians also have a spacecraft get like vored by the same thing.
Yes. And they're like, it's not us. And it's the Brit. It's the Brit who has to be like, well, actually, chaps, we traced the spacecraft, and it came down somewhere in the Sea of Japan. We don't think it was the Russians either, old boy.
If only we had someone in Japan, and then we see James Bond.
Yeah, they're like, our top man
our
is already on
number
it.
one fucking bloke, Sean Connery, James Bond, in Japan, looking
He's shagging.
terrible, looking just awful as he always
Or
does.
is he in Japan at the moment, or is he in?
Are you doing the fucking Professor X?
He's not
speak?
in Japan yet. He's close to Japan. It could be Macau. It could be like
First in Oriental languages at Cambridge.
China or Shanghai.
Yeah, okay.
Because he's not in
Hold on.
Japan yet.
He's not in Japan yet. Yes, no,
Hong Kong. He's in Hong Kong.
Yes, no, he gets killed. He
is in
killed.
Hong Kong.
They do the first scene where like he's in bed with a beautiful woman.
The first thing he says is, "Why do Chinese girls taste better than all other girls?"
Horrible.
That
And
is
then
actually
a
true,
bunch
yeah.
of guys correctly respond to that by coming in with submachine guns and shooting
just, like,
him
lighting
dead.
him
The
up,
difference between Peking duck and beluga caviar, I think, something like that is his line.
Yeah, they open fire on this fucking guy.
And then they spray his body with 9mm rounds, which is the correct thing to do.
Because he's in a folding bed that folds up into the wall.
Yeah,
She gets out of the bed.
it folds up into the
He
wall
gets
and
stuck
they
in the
light that
wall.
up, yeah.
The cops come in and they kill James Bond.
Yeah.
And there is a newspaper the next day that says British
Naval Commander murdered.
with a picture of his face on it. This will be important.
They have a funeral,
They bury him
and
at
he's
sea.
buried at sea
Yeah.
about 5 meters offshore in Hong Kong
They
harbor.
bury him in the harbour.
Yeah, and then some divers recover the like flag draped coffin, open it up. He's in there with an oxygen tank, and he
I have a question. When they bury people at sea with the flag on,
Yeah.
do they like
Do they like
nail
affix
the flag to the
I
coffin?
think what they actually do is they put the flag over it, and then the coffin slides out from under the flag, and the flag stays on the boat.
So you reuse the flag?
I think
Okay.
so.
Right.
I
okay,
think
that's
so.
right, okay.
Wow, what the fuck?
Because it's in Master and Commander, right? So like,
Yeah.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
I
that's
remember.
true. Yeah.
I watched Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan recently, and they don't have a flag. In
difficult
that one, but I
in
guess they wouldn't.
space, I would say. But yeah.
No, they do it. They bury him. They bury Spock at sea in space, and they just fire him out the torpedo tube.
I don't know if you
there's
can
no
bury
flag,
someone
though.
at sea in space, because like Newton's second law.
They do, they have pipes
it's
and
going to be
everything.
someone else's problem eventually. You're going to be cleaning Spock off the windscreen. Like,
Well, he lands on the Genesis planet, which is why
well,
Star Trek
fucking
feeds such a
lucky
Spock.
him,
Anyway,
I guess. Like we built this coffin to sustain re-entry for some reason.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, why did they do that? You think, well, you could be buried at sea and cremated if they fire you into the atmosphere of a planet. Perhaps the Genesis planet's atmosphere hadn't yet
I
formed.
wouldn't mind getting fired into the atmosphere of a planet. Once I was dead, like once I'm dead, you can do whatever.
Oh, I'm
to
not
me,
doing
so,
it alive. No, absolutely not.
I'm hoping I take
doing
someone out.
Challenger mode? No, thank you.
Yeah.
But so
Columbia.
What, Challenger mode where you die and then you have to fuck a guy to fuck Zendaya? Anyway,
yeah, so they take him to the wreck of the Queen Mary 1, I think it is.
It's
no,
not. No, this isn't.
you're in the wrong film. You're in Man with the Golden Gun.
That is a wholly different John.
What?
That's a wholly different
Fuck.
James Bond.
You're in Man with the Golden Gun. They take him to a
this
submarine.
is just a submarine. They hadn't thought of it yet.
And Moneypenny is dressed as a naval...
As a Wren, yeah.
Wren.
Yes.
Wren is the word that you used.
The Women's Royal Naval Service.
And then permission to come aboard. Permission to come aboard, British
Permission to come
Commander.
aboard.
M is an admiral. He has a.
He's Admiral
he's in
Miles
uniform.
Mevasey. He was in World War One. We know
Yes,
that
he
for
has a World
fact.
War One ribbon.
This is the first time we see the Connery Bond in naval uniform, and this is when
Yes.
the first time we get the Commander Bond.
Yes.
This movie really sucks off the
Really
Navy.
not.
Like,
Yeah, they never stop bringing up that he's a commander. Fucking Royal Navy.
So Bond, he goes to see M, and M's like, here's the deal with this movie 007. The spacecraft, something about Japan. Just get over there and sort it out. dog."
Spacecraft? Question mark. Japan.
Go to fucking Japan, dude. Like,
We're putting you in Japan. Remember to read Japan. Remember to learn Japan language. And he goes,
But
don't worry about it.
Moneypenny says that, and then he goes, I've already got it covered, big man. First in Oriental languages at Cambridge.
my first and Oriental languages.
Yeah, but first.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Fuck, I forgot about the Ohio Gazette.
They fire him out of the torpedo tube. He somehow swims the 1,000 or so miles from Hong Kong to Japan.
No, that's them firing him out of a torpedo tube at Japan.
Yeah.
They
put it back into
the
another
Western
coffin.
world has done to Japan, firing a British naval nonce at them out of a torpedo tube is up there with atomic weapons.
It's weird that we've done 2 movies in a row where white boys get smuggled into Japan. It's a strange one.
I'll say this: he has a nicer time in Japan on his white boy sneaking mission than the 16th century
Andrew
Jesuits.
Garfield and Adam Driver did.
Yeah. What is he? He fucking.
He walks around Japan looking disgusted.
Does he?
I remember that. He looks so fucking done with this place.
He gets picked up by a girl, Kitty Suzuki.
He goes to the sumo first and meets his contact, and the code phrase is "I love you."
And that's Kitty Suzuki, the like beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I think.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. Does she take him to see Captain Henderson? Is that now?
No, Henderson's their
first,
guy.
right?
Henderson's their guy, and they're like, we know at least that there's one British bloke in Japan.
yeah,
that we know of.
that's
Go
where you
ask
get
him.
the
Right.
must
That's your
excuse
contact.
this rather odd mixture of style.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
He
go
goes to
in
meet
there.
Charles Gray.
It's Charles fucking Gray. Hello.
And he says,
Hit the drop.
Oh, you must excuse this rather odd mixture of styles, but I refuse to go entirely Japanese.
And that's such a weird gay line read that we make it a central part of our kind of cosmology of the show.
Because Charles Gray
Yeah.
was very gay and a wonderful actor.
Yes.
And he's like, well, yes. I
He's got
think
like a
there is also.
four-poster bed in a shoji screen room. It's not that weird a mix of styles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, well, here's the deal. I don't think it was the Soviets who stole the spacecraft either. I think there's a third power in Japan, but I don't know who they are. Ew, he gets stabbed through the shoji screen.
Oh,
Someone
yeah.
walks up behind the shoji screen and just gets him through it.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
And Bond dives through the surgery screen, gets this assassin, kills him, takes his outfit and his face mask because he's wearing a COVID mask.
Oh.
And he gets in the back of the escape car that this assassin rolled up in,
So
pretends
fucking right.
to be injured, and is driven back to an office building.
It's an office building for some company,
Yeah,
right?
but like the fucking metals company or whatever, and the CEO of it is the guy
Mr.
with the
somebody
like
believes in a
mustache.
healthy chest.
Mr.
heavy manufacturing concern.
I want to say it ends in
Chemicals,
Moto, but I
chemicals.
can't. That doesn't narrow it down at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hayamoto.
I don't want to
Minamoto.
guess a Japanese name.
It's the office of fucking Ace Chemicals. Yeah.
Yeah.
For $1, name a Japanese name.
Mr. Chemicals, right?
Yeah, he goes to Mr. Chemical's office. He fights the goon. He hits him with a sofa.
Yes, I believe that this is the point at which everyone is going through shoji screens because they've realized that they can do that.
Hasn't
fighting
he,
in an
hasn't
office.
he been to this office before and like met the guys that
No,
later?
not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
okay.
This is the first time.
Because
this is still night one.
I distinctly remember that Bond's cover at this point is that he's like a journalist, like a press guy.
No, he hasn't done that yet.
Fuck.
Okay.
He takes out this goon and he drinks something from the fridge and is like,
What?
oh,
It's-
it's gross.
I
Like
think-
Japanese vodka or
Just
sake or
slams a
something.
Yakult and is disgusted.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it.
Tasting something probiotic for the first time in like 40 years and being like, Jesus Christ. the
I
fuck
think
is
this is the
this
point at
good for me?
which Tiger Tanaka owns his ass.
No, because he gets dropped into like Tiger Tanaka's shit by like a trapdoor, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yes, because Kitty Suzuki baits
Chases him around. Yeah, no, she baits him. You're so right. I thought he chases her. No, she's baiting him around like a subway.
yeah, and then the subway floor drops away and he falls into like
A
a
little
like a
slide.
subway car where Tanaka is chilling.
Yeah, he meets Japanese M, who's like, my name is Tanaka, my friends call me Tiger.
Mhm. Do you enjoy sake? If so, at what temperature? And that's
yeah,
where
I love sake, and it's shoved at the correct temperature of 98.5 degrees
yeah.
Fahrenheit. 0.4? Okay.
All right, keep going with the Goldfinger bit. I love when it's showed at the correct temperature of 10,000 degrees centigrade.
Please, I want to say it's like 98.4 or 97.4 degrees.
It's point something, definitely.
Yeah, he
right?
definitely
has
a
it down
point.
to like a decimal, right?
Which
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, though.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't know what Tiger Tanaka tells him other than like, yo, I'm Japanese M.
He tells him that Kitty Suzuki is like his agent,
Yes,
Mhm.
and
yes.
and that fucking there's something up with the metals company. and that he should go and investigate them.
Yeah, there's something about the chemicals. Go check it out. Also,
Yeah.
I love you.
This is
love
when
you.
he gets to the cool white Toyota 2000 GT with the top cut off.
Not yet.
No?
Because
Oh, I've just remembered something.
they have to take the train to Tiger Tanaka's island, where all the women are there
Bro,
in
what
swimsuits.
are we trying to end the fucking podcast in 20 minutes? Let's hang on a minute.
Yeah, no,
here.
that's
have you
not yet.
remembered?
That's
What
not
do you
yet.
mean? What do you
Like,
mean?
because when he takes him to the island, that's when he becomes Japanese.
No, that's much later.
We fully skipped. This guy's getting out of. He leaves the company, and there's a goon car. There's a classic goon car chase, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if that's yet or if that's the second time he visits the company.
I swear that's the second time. It is the second time.
I think
Okay.
I
Yes.
think he goes back to the company now.
No, he doesn't. They go to Tiger Tanaka's home, and he's like, "This is my home. You can use all of this, including these sexy ladies who are here."
You're so right.
And he's like, "They like you because you're hairy. You're Sean Connery. You've got a hairy chest." And he's like, "Japanese proverb say, bird not make nest in bear tree."
Horrifying.
He does say that, yeah.
Horrifying.
That's
Kissy
fucked up.
Suzuki fucks him. She says, "I will enjoy very much serving under you."
In
gives him a
Japan,
massage, and
men
they
come
shag.
first.
Men come
Yes,
first.
women come second. I think I might retire here.
Or
Yeah,
sometimes
actually.
not at all. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
an Austin Powers joke.
That's Austin Powers, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
And then he shags Kitty Suzuki.
Yeah.
And then I think the next day he goes back to the office of Mr. Chemicals.
Right,
Yes.
right. And then he.
How am I doing this? I entered this podcast being like, I don't remember
That's
any
crazy
of this
because
film,
I came in going like, I remember all of this. And I've just said like, Abby, help me.
God.
Help me.
Mr. Metals, right? He's got an office. There's a
Yeah.
drawbridge over a fucking pool with like fish in it.
No, that's not true. That's not
That's
true later.
the Spectre
What
base.
he does
Leave that.
have,
Is an
what he does
X-ray
have is a
gun.
red-headed. He has
He
an
has an
X-ray,
X-ray machine, yeah.
well remembered, and he has a big-titted, red-headed lady.
He does. He has a
Spectre
huge...
11.
She says, "Mr. Chemicals believes in a healthy chest."
Yes.
Yes.
So like he's X-raying Bond secretly, and he discovers the Walther PPK. So he knows
Yes.
that's fucking
Yes,
a secret agent.
specifically
This guy.
that. And Bond's like, I'm in
Metal.
machine. I'm pretending to be. I'm gonna buy some chemicals from you.
What kind of metals have you got?
I'm pretending to be a secret
And
chemical
the guy's
man.
like, cool, you like metals so much? My girl Spectre 11, not what she's
Yeah.
called yet, is like she's gonna take you up in a helicopter. She's gonna fly you right over the metals. You'll see all the metals you want.
Not yet. No. They don't go in the helicopter yet.
Fuck. God.
He leaves. No, yes, I remember now.
This
He
is goon
leaves.
car.
There's a goon car. There's a goon car chase. This is with the convertible Toyota.
He leaves. The goon car like crawls past him.
Yes.
Yes.
Because Kizzy Suzuki has to pick him up.
This is perfect goon car. It's the classic stuff. It's a small vehicle. Every door is being lent out of by a guy with a Tommy gun.
Yep.
It's
Perfect.
And they're being chased, and then the magnet, the big
magnet!
magnet.
Oh,
Yes,
For
yes,
Japanese
yes,
efficiency.
woman. Yes, woman. Absolutely.
Drop in the ocean.
Oh my god, Kissy Suzuki
They
calls it in
said-
on the radio. Tiger Tanaka's like, right, get the helicopter, and they pick
Get
up
the
the
big
goons
stupid magnet.
with a big stupid electromagnet, and they
Yes.
dump them
Dump them in the sea.
the ocean.
in Tokyo Bay. Yes.
They're burying a lot of guys in the bay.
At some point, Bond has to go to the docks, but I can't remember what happens before that.
Oh god.
Because he has to have the big shot, the aerial shot of fighting on the docks
That
when
is
he
a
gets
great
taken
shot
prisoner.
Oh
at
my
some
God.
point in the movie.
What happens? So that's not the next scene. That's the scene after the next scene. What is the
Okay.
next scene?
Now let's think about this. So they've
How's
just
that for Japanese efficiency? It's barely a drop in the ocean. Where are we going now? Watch the next scene here.
I can't. I've never seen someone go through the Connery Rolodex quite like this.
it's
Just pulling
scary.
sentences.
It's frightening. Like,
I swear there's like a photo of a contact that he has to follow up on.
Surely,
God.
maybe. It's like what do they get done in the meeting with Mr. Metals? Like, what is the point of that? Why?
Well, it's
Sean Connery
classic
has gone
Bond.
there.
It's classic Bond. Like, I know this guy's
Hello.
evil, so I'm going to show
My
up and
name's
provoke
Mr.
him.
Bond.
Yeah.
Do you want to show me
Have you
around?
done
I
any
don't know.
crimes? Have you been to space? Have you heard of space?
Yeah.
At some point, he goes to the docks.
Mm.
Oh, because rocket fuel.
It can't
there's-
melt steel beams. Yeah. So
No, they figure out that there's a shipment of rocket fuel because if somebody's doing space launches, they must have rocket fuel.
This
Of
is
course.
this is the, this
So
is,
there's
this
something
is,
about rocket fuel and a shipment of it to an island that takes him to the docks where he fights a whole
definitely
bunch of
checks on the
goons. there's that famous helicopter shot as he's fighting dudes on the roof. He thinks he's gotten away, and then a dude in cut-off denim shorts hits him with a pipe, and he's knocked out and taken prisoner.
And then they fucking
He wakes up tied to a chair, and I want to. Is Fiona Volpe? That's not her name. No,
Spectre 11.
Spectre 11, the
Let's stick
redhead.
with
She's
Spectre
there in a sheer dress with an asymmetrical capelet.
Yes, because you got really mad because he cuts it off.
Yes, and she has a plastic surgery knife, and she's like, "I'm gonna make you a surged up baddie. I'm gonna give you FFS, crazy, unanesthetized FFS. You'll be fucking amazing. We're not going to bother giving you cheek implants because you don't need them.
You're not going to have a fucking ounce of buckle fat on you when we're done with this.
I'm going to suck that shit right out and put it in pork pies. It's going to be fantastic.
Jesus.
And then he's like, because she's like, you're a spy. And he's like, well, almost, you see, because I'm a spy, but I'm not a spy for the government. I'm an industrial espionage spy. That's
spy.
the kind of
Yeah.
I'm here to steal chemicals from Mr. Chemicals, and why don't we go halvesies on these?
He seduces her. Yeah, they have sex.
Yes.
He cuts the
Because he
dress
cuts
off.
her out of the dress with the
She
knife.
has sex with this man.
Yes, and then they get in the small aircraft.
Then the helicopter. Yes, yeah.
It's a small plane, but yes.
It is a small plane.
It is a
Fuck.
tiny little biplane because something like the tray table or something shoots across his lap
Yeah,
to
it's not
hold him in
very
place.
effective as a restraint, but then she's like, goodbye, Mr. Bond, parachutes
And
out.
she's like, I'm going to crash the plane. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, well, it was nice seeing you fucking pun about flying or something. Jumps out the thing, parachutes out.
I think she's like, are you going to give me some kind of protection if I do industrial espionage with you? And he's like, you won't need any protection. I never have protection. What? Busting the law with my gun. Where are you going? Oh shit, it's a good thing I know how to fly this plane.
He has to pull it out at the last second, which does not help with not transmitting the STIs. And yeah, he takes the plane back to Tanaka's island.
Yes.
And then,
I believe that
welcome to Japan, Dad is my little girl,
Yes.
hot and ready. That's when
well done.
He sees
someone
Q.
is here to visit me. It's fucking Desmond Llewellyn in Q.
Yes.
And he's here
with the auto
something.
gyro, the yellow auto gyro.
Yeah, because
it shoots 1 million missiles a second or something, which it clearly doesn't.
because in Thunderball we had the first Q on location scene, and so they're feeling themselves on this one. He's there,
And he's like,
on
it's an
holiday.
auto gyro.
There's a million shots of guys doing kung fu and then getting using the gadgets on each other or shit like that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Does he get any other gadgets?
No,
Oh god.
okay, he's got well, auto gyro's a
Gotta
big
be a
gadget.
hormone beacon.
The cigarette that shoots a
cigarette
dart.
that shoots
The cigarette
yeah. It shoots
that
like an
knocks.
explosive dart. Yeah.
The cigarette that kills you instantly. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
He gets it.
If it kills you instantly.
This is where they invented it. So,
Cigarette that kills you instantly.
yeah. I think he also gets some kind of tracker because he has to for the next
Probably
one.
he's always getting. He's got 5
He's getting
trackers.
tracked all the time, yeah.
Yeah. He's setting off car radios as they drive past.
Then do we get the auto gyro helicopter
Yeah,
fight?
immediately he
believe
gets in the
so.
auto gyro, and it's all the same music, on repeat. I seem to recall.
Yes, because the rocket fuel is being delivered to this island. So he's like,
Oh,
oh,
you're
go
so
on.
fuck you. Yeah, that is the music.
Go and fucking, I'll go and check out the island there. Because he flies all around the island, he doesn't see anything, and he's on his way back.
He's on his way back, yeah.
When they
could've just
attack
waited.
him, and they could have just left it.
Yeah.
But then we get the same footage 3 times. He has an auto gyro fight. He wins.
And then, but he still doesn't know shit except that they're on this island. So that's when Tanaka is like, you got to infiltrate this shit by becoming Japanese.
I think that first of all, we cut to Spectre. I think we do. Because I think this is the piranhas scene.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It is. All right,
Because-
I'll let someone else do the Spectre
Okay.
11 round.
This is Blofeld.
He's got the cat and the
office.
hand.
He's got the drawbridge over the fucking pajama moat or whatever.
Yes.
And
Donald Pleasance.
We haven't seen his
Blofeld.
face yet, but yes, he's
Yeah.
stroking the white cat. He's there.
James Bond just fucked up all my shit in an auto gyro and
Only one man in the world uses this Walther
well
PPK.
done, yes. And then
Yes.
Spectre 11. Spectre 11
I like it when you say well done.
11.
Yeah.
says Bond is dead. It was in all the papers.
Which means that you had to have read the paper that had a photograph of him in order to
Had sex with him, tried to kill him.
You had sex with him. You were in a plane with him. Yeah.
Your Spectre 11 bit was one of I remember distinctly was one of the bits where I knew we were cooking. Right, that's engraved in the history of the podcast for me. Is you had sex with this man?
It's fish window is when I was like, we're onto something here.
Yeah.
But Spectre,
yeah, because this is an exercise not just in memory but in nostalgia, right? Because I need to place myself where I was when I was recording this to remember it more effectively.
4 years ago.
My childhood bedroom that I was living in 2021, worrying a little bit, but everyone can hear me screaming about Spectre 11 through the walls.
That really nice flat that I got to live in during COVID, for just out of sheer luck.
That was a nice flat.
That was a fucking
That's an incredible
nice
flat. I wish I could still
like
live
your flat now, though. To be fair,
I was in a terrible flat that I sort of like just moved out of. So
I had a different
childhood
face.
bedroom.
That's wild
that's
to think
crazy.
about.
I had a different name.
I think I still had my balls.
You definitely had a different name. Right?
Yeah.
I think you did still have balls. Yeah.
Jesus
Wow.
I'm not gonna say now when the episode that's the first post balls episode is, but there is one that is.
I don't remember which one it is now. Tell
I don't
me later.
either. Yeah.
But so Spectre 11 is like Bond's dead. It was in all the papers.
It was in all the papers.
And so
Blofeld goes, you had sex with him. How did you not know that was him? Fine. Feel free to leave the room.
yeah, step over this drawbridge.
Feel free to walk over my drawbridge of piranhas.
Yeah, who goes in? Is it her who goes
She
in the
goes
piranhas?
straight in. Yeah. Mr. Chemical.
He dumps her ass in the pajama
Heavy
mode,
metal concern.
and
It's
she
fine.
gets eaten by the pajamas. Right, fine.
Yeah, she falls straight into the pajama pit. Fucked up.
This is the thing Dev and I did yesterday, where I fucked up the word piranha, and now I can't do it the right way round. I can't do it the right way round now. So that's...
Pajama 3 double D.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah, sure.
Pajama pit. Okay.
She gets killed. R.I.P. Spectre 11.
No, rest in peace. You did a great job.
That's that's later. That is it.
Are you sure?
That is this movie, but it is later.
Are you sure?
Disagree. I think it's
now.
this scene.
No. It's in the base later on when shit's popping off is when he's like kill Bond now, because I remember it.
I don't think right.
He says that while he is seated on a monorail. That's why I remember that.
That's pretty
That
good.
must be wrong because he never gets on the monorail.
Yes,
he's
he
killed
does.
before he
ipso facto, bitch.
Fuck.
Nice try.
Quod erat demonstrandum.
Why do I have such a strong sense memory of Donald Pleasance Blofeld riding a tiny shitty monorail?
I think he rides the monorail.
He never gets on it.
No, he gets on the monorail, but only after he fucks up twice with the gun.
Doesn't he escape on the monorail?
He escapes on the monorail briefly.
The kill Bond now is definitely
we'll
at
get to
this
later
moment.
on.
Okay. Well, either way, at some point, he's with a weirdly long pause. Kill Bond.
Kill Bond.
Now.
Yeah, like it's over the page. He goes, all right, you, Spectre 11, the 11th highest member of my organization, some fucking how, you're going in the pajama pit. You, Mr.
Sounds comfortable as fuck.
Mr. Chemicals.
Mr. Chemicals.
Sounds really nice.
You will be unpleasantly surprised.
Can you take fucking care of this problem for me, please? What is next?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is ninja training, right?
Yeah. He trains hard and fast to become a ninja.
The island.
Because they've got the location, right?
Yeah. But you can't get in because you look like a white boy.
We need special ninjas. All right, yeah. Okay, we do the ninja training. This is where
A, become Japanese, B, become a ninja.
He gets
C, get
judo
married.
thrown like 50 times.
He gets facial Japanification surgery.
Does.
Yep.
He gets married.
It's really racist and offensive.
Yeah,
gets married.
It's the same makeup that they used to make the German actor playing Dr. No look like he might plausibly be Chinese-ish. Not good.
They play out the whole wedding ceremony, and I think Tanaka is his best man even.
That's
and
cute.
We even get like the wedding night as well, which is gross. And he has sex with his wife.
Yeah.
As a Japanese guy.
It's Kitty Suzuki.
Yes.
It is Kitty.
They do race play.
Kissy.
Kissy?
Kissy
I think it's Kissy.
Kissy Suzuki.
I think it is Kissy.
Okay.
I'd also like to apologize. The actor who played Dr. No was not German. The character was German
Canadian.
Chinese. That's it.
Okay, sure.
I don't know. Someone would have yelled at me about this.
Then
he was Canadian,
he
yeah.
like infiltrates the island as a fisherman.
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. They do race play on the wedding night. He has sex. And then bad ninjas brackets evil.
They try to poison him with the wire.
With
Yeah.
a string. And they kill Kissy Suzuki.
No, fuck. Yeah, you're so right.
Damn.
They do. Because she's then immediately replaced by another woman in a bikini who has no lines.
Yeah.
another
Because
broad.
they literally they climb up in the rafters and they've got like a wire that they drip poison down.
Yes.
And it's about to go into like Bond's mouth. But then Kissy like sort of moves him over or something and gets in the way of it without knowing.
They fridge
And
her,
she
yeah.
That's a damn
dies.
shame.
And he wakes up
Yeah.
to see you've got more drops of poison, surely. Like just move the wire. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Ooh, gun.
Yeah, just shoot him, drop a like 100-pound weight on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if you're already above him, just anvil.
You're all ninjas, and he's been on ninja training for like 3 days. So
You gotta bring the anvil with you, though. That's really
Yeah,
hard.
that's true. To be fair though, if you think your opponent's a ninja, you are not expecting them to drop an anvil on you.
I think if you use your ninja skills to like silently like lift an anvil up the side of someone's house and cast it up their roof, that's
so tough.
impressive.
It's pretty cool. It's really
Really difficult. So they wake up and they see the fucking anvil that's just like on Kissy Suzuki, and they're like, "Holy shit!"
Bond is dead. It was in
Damn.
all the papers. He got crushed by an anvil.
By an anvil.
All of us run in and just start overarm chucking anvil.
Yeah. Wile E. Coyote is working for Spectre.
British naval commander crushed by anvil.
There's like the photo of him is just like legs sticking out. The Roadrunner was unavailable for comment.
So he wakes up in the morning.
Yeah.
Kissy Suzuki's crushed under a big anvil. He's crushed under a big anvil emotionally by this.
It's so fucked up.
And he's crushed. And he like swears revenge, right?
An anvil of grief.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like that.
And then,
man.
and then they
Very
instantly
understandable.
replace her with another Japanese woman.
Yeah.
So he
Don't remember her
goes to the island and he's posing as a fisherman.
Akiko?
He says to
Oh God, maybe.
I don't know, but he tries to have sex with her. He's like, if we're posing as man and wife, shouldn't we be in the same bed? And she's like, no, fuck off.
No.
And he's like, all right, whatever.
So he's like, I gotta go and find the base.
The volcano base with the colored jumpsuits and the monorail.
You've got to come with me in your bikini. So she's hiking up a fucking mountainside in a bikini.
Hell yeah.
Which
They're getting the anvils from Mr. Metal, of course.
what is he?
He runs the anvil manufacturing plant.
Why was Mr. Metals the fucking ninjas connect for Blofeld? That's what I want to know. Why?
Somebody's got to be making those ninja weapons.
Someone's talking to the ninjas.
I
You
guess
set up shop in Japan, someone's got to know.
Just really weird conversation between normal evil business guy and ninja as well. Just
Well, where are the ninjas getting their? Well, it's quite specialist, metallurgy to get those throwing stars and shit.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
kunai.
true. It's true. It's just
I'm on
like
that
with
kunai.
Shane.
this seemed like a normal metals factory, but instead there's like it's all shurikens and shit.
Enumerate the normal metals.
Yeah, they're dealing with the normal metals in a normal way, pressing them into like normal
Steel.
shapes, like ingots.
Copper. Things of this nature.
Yeah,
you know?
ingots, slabs. There are others.
Yeah.
Sheets. Yeah.
Coins, rolls, and instead of that, it's like ninja grappling hooks and claws
Yeah.
and shit, and kusarigama.
This metal is ninja grade.
Everybody buys ninja grade steel. You don't really need it, and to be honest, it makes for like a worse chef's knife. But like
Oh my god! If you sold knives and marketed them as ninja grade,
it would be illegal.
Evil.
So Keir Starmer would be dropping a big anvil on you because
You're right.
you would
British
be
state.
perpetuating knife crimes is what you would be doing. Like,
you would be, of course.
Okay, I've given up my knife.
Finally, Keir Starmer's cracking down on the Foot Clan.
Weird divergence here to say that in the 80s there was a Thatcherite thing to specifically ban from import a bunch of weird things, like because they were in kung fu movies. So like nunchucks, right, are like specifically an
They
illegal
banned
weapon.
George Lazenby.
Yes!
They banned
The reason why I mentioned a kusarigama and what I know what a kusarigama is, which is like a bladed hook on the end of a rope, is that it's specifically statutorily banned from import to the United Kingdom because they were afraid that kids were going to do too much ninja shit with one.
Because they watched too much TMNT. Is that why they were called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles?
Yes.
Because of Thatcher.
Legitimately, yes.
We live in a really fucking stupid country, I think.
Yeah.
People forget this sometimes.
To be fair, people are down on Margaret Thatcher, but when was the last time you saw a ninja?
That's true. That is true.
I'm looking out the window right now, and I guess you don't really see them. That's the whole point, isn't it? Yeah. They could be everywhere.
Doing this sort of calendar meme that's like the government is taking away a bunch of ninja weapons, and it's like 1533 Japan. Okay, so
haven't banned anvils though. That's the real fucking problem.
They hike up this fucking mountainside and they see the like caldera of a volcano.
You're so right.
And she's like, I don't know, seems like a volcano to me. And Bond throws a rock and it bounces off because it's metal, right?
Yes, well remembered.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the like Thunderbirds 1, like
it's the Tracy Island playset. 100%.
Absolutely.
I think they might even see it open for like a launch or something.
Sounds like a really bad name for a lingerie set.
The Tracy Island playset. Yeah, it's got a bunch of folding palm trees. It's
this is Ms. Island, first name Tracy, and this is her playset.
That's actually really good.
Thank you.
I can't think of a way to make it into like merchandise though, so let's just keep going.
Like the Kill James Bond lingerie set would be an incredible seller. Podcast lingerie.
It's gender neutral, certainly.
My entire career as a podcaster has been largely a function of trying to find the weirdest pieces of merchandise we could plausibly make. And I think it's only a matter of time before we get to like high-end lingerie. Like, I mean like high-end. Like
Ancient Provocateur.
Oh yeah.
HEP for short.
It's got like a tiny little logo on it, otherwise indistinguishable. Costs a fucking fortune.
Still got the trans flag in one
Be
of them.
mad as hell if James Bond cut it off you. Like, 100%.
People would turn up to the live show wearing it, I think.
Interesting.
I think we should do the Brosnan shirt.
I do.
I think we should cut our losses and do the Brosnan cowprint bikini shirt.
For 200 episodes, they've been waiting long enough. I think we should earnestly just do the Pierce Brosnan cowgirl.
I'm putting it out now. I'm gonna check all 50 comments that are like, "Oh, definitely do the Brosnan shirt." All of you have to buy a shirt if we do it. Okay,
buy and wear.
If you're about to comment, I would buy the shirt. Just like, don't fuck with me. All right, we've got anvils in the back here.
Would you like to buy a Kill James Bond branded anvil? It's like, just like we get really in on that, and you're like, I've got like 500 anvils in my house.
Taking them to the post office, and they're like,
just
you can't
slapping one of those print-out post office labels on them, and they're like, actually, I can't take 500 anvils just from your door.
So why the fuck not? What?
You have to put them in a little red wagon, drag them down to the post office. I don't remember what happens next.
Does he gets captured? He must do.
What happened? Yeah, no, she escapes. He gets captured.
I go to put the anvils on the website, and I'm like, 20 quid? Is that about right for 20?
She gets captured and presumably has to go and radio for help, because help will turn up later.
Yeah.
But Bond gets captured and he meets Donald Pleasance.
He does. Yes.
And in the base, they've got all the goons in the collar jumpsuits. They've got a rocket that they're about to launch.
They've got a bloke up there that says everything twice.
Yeah, because they're about to do another like rocket capture and start turn the Cold War hot, because the US and the USSR are at each other's throats.
Like USSR livery on the rocket or whatever.
Yes, and the people behind it are the Chinese.
Oh my god, yes.
The US and the USSR are going to nuke each other.
Rocket fall down, question mark, China time.
China time. And for this service, Spectre are being paid £100,000, Mr. Bond. It's some like $1 million. It's some like comically small amount of money to end the world.
Million, like it's not a lot. Like,
but also, where are you going to spend it?
That's one fish window, guys. Like,
Where are you going to spend it? Half the world's going to be in a radiated wasteland, and like everyone else is going to starve to death. You fucking idiot.
I love the design of the base. It's like a Ken Adam like classic banger.
It's perfect. It's Ken Adams like pulling it out.
It's rocket in the middle. They've got like the Spectre rocket that they've got Spectre astronauts suiting up to go into.
That is true. Yeah.
They've got the monorail round the outside of the thing.
Because that's what Bond is doing here because the astronauts have gone missing. He's here to find them.
You're so okay. All right. Okay. Nice.
Right.
You also have the guy who says everything twice, who's like, fucking start the countdown. Start the countdown.
Everything twice. Who's like somehow Spectre 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so we meet Donald Pleasance. We finally see his face. He's all fucked up. He's got a little
Is
scar.
this the first time we see Blofeld in any Bond movie?
It is, yeah.
No, we've seen his hands.
We've seen
this
his
is the first time we see his
he
face.
was being played by the guy from Doctor No.
Some other guys. He's been played by various of guys. But this is the first time we see his face. It's Donald Pleasance. He's a little fucked up bald guy.
Yeah, they make him. This is where we get the like facial disfigurement makes you evil thing because he's got the like eye scar, right?
Yeah, he does.
And
before he's captured, Bond sneaks in, disguises himself as one of Spectre's astronauts, and is about to get on the rocket when they find him.
Yeah,
They're like, stop that astronaut!
Yes, I remember stop that astronaut. Yes, in fact, I think it like might literally be the guy who says everything twice who catches him because he's like that guy who's walking goofy as hell. Who's a British secret agent. Capture him, right?
This guy's white in Japan. Get him, he's a Jesuit. You got any crucifixes on you?
They throw him in with the other astronauts?
Not yet, no. In fact, they do not.
Then they put him in the control room.
Yes, because this is where they're like, we're going to die, Mr. Bond. Would you like anything before you die?
Like,
and he's like, I was going to smoke the cigarette, but I'm not going to point it at you or anybody else. I'm actually going to point it at the control panel just over there.
I'd love if I could smoke the cigarette.
Yes. You can't smoke indoors, Mr. Bond. There's rocket fuel over there. It would be very dangerous.
It would be extremely painful.
Yeah, pointing to no smoking sign. It's health and safety.
Oh,
actually.
shit. I'm going to die then in that case. Whatever. But he fires the cigarette that kills you instantly.
These days, it would be a harmless vape.
The harmless bit.
Simple.
You
vape.
wouldn't deny a white boy a harmless vape, would you? Before the end, you wouldn't die a condemned man the lashed vape.
Hitting the strawberry banana vape that launches a small explosive.
One lashed hit.
One lashed hit of the vape.
This blows up the control panel.
Yes.
Disrupts the launch. No, it doesn't, because it's already launched. Right, but that it's about to like fucking intercept the thing and start World War III.
Yeah,
and that's when he fires the cigarette that kills you instantly and disrupts the thing.
Pandemonium ensues.
He does condemn 3 Spectre astronauts to like die in space, which just silently like Apollo 13 ass like.
Hey, Elon will get him down at some point. I wouldn't worry about it.
Being kept up there for political reasons.
Those guys are still there. Hey, if you're listening, stay strong.
Hey, don't worry about it. Hey.
Honestly, you're probably in the best place right now. Like
they're up there being like, do not rescue us. All right, we're fine.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
I've always wondered when we've looked at the like Patreon insights, what the like one subscriber from space was. So
pandemonium ensues. People are running everywhere. Donald Pleasance tries to run for it on a monorail. What happens to Mr. Metals?
Donald Pleasance, I remember this very specifically. Donald Pleasance fires his gun twice. It gets like knocked out of his hand and goes off, and then when it hits the ground, it goes off again. I remember having a massive problem with that at the time.
Oh yeah,
but he gets on the monorail. Doesn't
he have like a weird fucked up?
He's got like
gun?
A pistol or something. It's like
he
a
shoots
revolver.
Mr. Metals.
Does he?
Because he does the Blofeld trick again.
Yeah, he does the fucking Blofeld do-si-do. He's like, Mr. Metals, thank you for bringing me James Bond. I'm now going to kill one of you. All right, on the monorail. See you later.
Beautiful. Fantastic management
Does
style.
he escape?
Yes. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, for now, he does, yes.
What movie comes after this?
Oh, God.
Well, On Her Majesty's Secret Service
Forever?
comes after this.
No, it's Diamonds Are Forever.
No, it isn't. On Her Majesty's Secret Service comes after this.
Yeah, because they got Connery back for Diamonds Are Forever.
He is, but he's played by Telly Savalas.
So yeah.
Blofeld gets away.
He doesn't have
Telly
Savalas. Yeah.
So he must get away. Okay.
Yeah. But Bond rescues the like Russian, the Soviet and American astronauts.
Presumably, the cavalry arrive.
Yeah, who are ninjas.
Yes, the ninjas arrive. Well done.
The ninjas like abseil in from the rim of the thing.
This is one of the James Bond scenes par excellence, I think, which is just like a lot of people all in differently colored jumpsuits running around one massive Ken Adams set.
It's beautiful.
Just fucking
Is it self-destructing? That must be self-destruct.
It's definitely self-destructing.
Yeah, because the guys like start the self-destruct thing. And then they do start the self-destruct thing.
Look, your evil base is self-destructing, all right? One problem. one problem.
I think this is even
Straight away.
where the idea of the self-destruct thing comes from, is from this movie. I think it's the first one to do it, because like Doctor No, he blows up the thing because it's a fucking nuclear reactor, right? Easy to do.
Yeah, it just explodes.
Yeah, but like
everything up to this point has exploded just because it's got a nuke on it for some reason. Like the Disco Volante went up as well.
Yeah, this is the first one where they're explicitly like just like explode the charges that I put here in case James Bond fucks my shit up.
Yeah.
Well, because they just figured it out. They got the source. They were like, oh shit, there's an organization that's blowing this stuff up. Nice. All right. They've got the money. They've got the people. Spectre.
And so Blofeld gets away.
This is our only volcano base? Whatever.
Bond presumably does. Then what?
The movie certainly ends.
I swear down, this is where we get the like kill Bond now is on the monorail before he like escapes. Then he escapes.
Maybe we'll have to defer to Bond scholars on that one.
And then,
then what happens?
Traditionally, this is the bit where like the thing would blow up. You see it blow up, and then Bond and his replacement wife, his woman,
fuck on a boat,
are like fucking somewhere, and this is where you get like Q and M being like, it looks like the Bond's penis is entering her vagina, but like that's not this movie. Specifically, what I'm thinking of is The Spy Who Loved Me, which ends with, I believe he's attempting re-entry, sir. I think this one also ends with an equally smug them fucking thing, but I can't think what it is. Do they get like, they don't get like rescued off a raft by the Coast Guard because that's Thunderball.
Yeah.
So
I believe he's attempting re-entry as
Spy Who Loved Me.
Moonraker.
Yeah,
is it?
Moonraker.
No, he's not in space in Spy Who Loved Me.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah. No, the Spy Who Loved Me is the one where like they're shagging on the couch and it just the webcam goes on.
It's just after Abby said like professional cunt stars or something like that. Champagne cocks. That's what you said.
Cocks,
they were in the Okay.
So where is he now?
I don't
know. Where is he now?
Maybe it just cuts to just a flat James Bond will return.
James Bond. Right. I doubt it, but like, I can't remember.
I feel like we're missing like 5 scenes here.
There's definitely something here that hasn't been pulled.
I swear there's something about a contact and chasing down a photo to find the rocket fuel, but I don't remember.
We're looking at a 46-minute runtime here, and the movie's an hour and a half.
We've still got to scum it.
So
we'll scum it.
There's got to have been something here. Mr. Metals is a cipher to me, right? Because I don't remember how we get to Mr. Metals. I don't remember half the things he does, and then I barely remember how he dies. His life is a mystery.
Blofeld shoots him. That's how he dies.
Right. My understanding is we get to Mr. Metals because the guy that kills Henderson goes to him, right? Like he gets into the car and is taken to that building.
Bond takes the goon's place and is taken to Metals headquarters.
Okay.
And he fights a sumo in there or something. I don't know.
And that's how he's like, I think this businessman is involved.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
That's how he gets to him. Then he leaves and does something. He goes into the subway and gets Tanaka'd.
Did we just ace this one? Do we just know what happens in You Only Live Twice?
I think we smashed it.
It
apart
looks
from
like
the end,
crushed it.
What does he do after they blow up the volcano?
He must get rescued by like Tanaka or something, like, because Tanaka doesn't die. He
must turn up and be like, good job, James Bond. He does the autogyro fight.
Well, the point of the autogyro was that he thought it was cool, and plus it does.
Does it come back? That's the question. Like, because he gets the autogyro, then does the autogyro scene. Does he use it again?
There might be 2 autogyro bits.
I don't think so.
I'm willing to believe that they don't. Like, that sounds about right.
Scene missing credits.
And the autogyro is named Little Nelly.
It is. Yes.
Well remembered.
That's why he's like, is my little girl hot and ready? Which, disgusting.
I think that's it. I think we got it.
I mean,
holy shit. Yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure we nailed that shit.
James Bond will return. This is. I will say this. This is one of the more memorable ones.
We can't check. That's against the rules.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not gonna look it up.
Something must happen after they blow up.
Statistically, it's likely that something happens.
There must be a scene where he's like, well, looks like the volcano is my penis. Da-da-da-da! I'll be back in. No, I'm more. It's George Lazenby.
Maybe there just isn't, though. Maybe it just because they.
Yeah.
Blofeld gets away on the monorail.
Blofeld gets away because he returns in the next episode.
Tiger Tanaka
right?
must just be like, now you will have sex. And James was like, yeah, probably, I guess, with you, this random lady who's in a bikini, I guess.
Does Tiger Tanaka die? No, I don't think so.
No, he doesn't.
No,
He's still alive.
doesn't
Never
die.
comes back, but he doesn't die.
I can't remember anything else.
Does he give him a present to go
crushed
back
it?
to England?
Jesus
or- I
Christ.
don't
No,
know.
that's it. James Bonds.
Spawn. Okay.
We didn't even mention the theme song.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. You only live twice. It's fine.
Twice, or so it seems.
It's fine. It's one of the songs
It's
that
okay.
there is. It's
You
kind of mid.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're following Goldfinger and Thunderball.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this: it's a better paced movie that hangs together better than Thunderball because there's not like 2 hours of fish in it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they were treating footage of Japanese people in the same sort of way.
Yeah,
Like, holy shit, we
That-
just captured this
because
footage
there's
for the first time.
a decent amount of Bond just mooching around Tokyo, seeing like sumo guys or whatever.
I'm being like, ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, like all of the filler here is like him going to Japan places and seeing Japan stuff, and like for the audience at the time, they're supposed to be like, "Holy shit,
Yeah,
Japan!" Because like
yeah.
for us who have been at this point shown a lot of Japan,
We've been heavily
for a lot
Japanified.
of
Yeah.
reasons.
It seems like every trans girl I know and her wife is going to Japan.
Well, I mean,
I'm not. See, I'm skipping out on Japan. I'm going to China this year. That's
Everyone
where
I
I'm
know is
going.
constantly going to Japan.
there's not a long list of destinations where, as a trans person, you're going to be like reasonably
True,
safe
true.
for one thing.
Yeah,
but
can't just visit New Zealand over and over again. Like it's nice, but it's just
yeah,
just New
there's
Zealand.
only so many times I can meet my two Kiwi friends. You know, like.
Hey, if you're listening from New Zealand, what's up? We know you're down there. You're just
Hey.
very far away.
Yeah, I'm at that weird age now where all my female friends are either getting pregnant or getting vaginas.
Yeah, a lot of mine are getting pregnant. Yeah.
I've been trying to, you know, in my 30s, determined to, you know, get one or both, but you know, no luck so far. So
I went out to dinner a couple of weeks ago with a friend of mine who's an ex of mine actually, and she said, "I got something to tell you. I'm pregnant." And for about half a second, I did just think, "Is it mine?" And then I was like, "Wait a minute,
No,
we
wait,
haven't
hang
had
on,
sex in
can't
like
have been.
6 years, and also I can't do that anymore." Like,
That's not on the books.
but also we're at that age where I was just like, is pregnant brackets good? And she
Yeah.
was like, yes, pregnant brackets good. I
Yeah.
wanted to do this. Nailed it first time.
We're now old enough that you can be reasonably certain that any of our cohort that gets pregnant did it on purpose, which is pretty
Yeah.
good.
and there are podcast kids now, which is crazy. Like it's,
There are, man. There are so many.
Should be listening to this, but yeah.
like actively like, and they're aging as well. They're like fucking like 2 years old or whatever now, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, what? When did this come in?
But yeah, it's either that a lot of my female friends are
2
getting
years
pregnant,
ago.
and then a lot of my trans female friends are like just getting vaginas. I was like, I think we're gonna get a pussy finally. I'm just like, okay, fine.
Well,
You can get a pussy. If you want a pussy,
we don't
You can
have
keep
to
it.
be subjective about You Only Live Twice because
that is true. We have a scientific fucking system.
That's
And I
right.
We do.
believe that on the last episode, we nailed the score of Thunderball,
It's
which proves
reproducible.
once and for all that it is a scientific system.
Yeah, it lends repeatable results. Maybe not always, but at least some of the time. So
Let's not write a check we can't cash. But
well,
okay,
I mean,
here we go.
so,
SMOM.
The SCUM system stands for SMUM, cultural insensitivity, unprovoked violence, and misogyny. SMUM of You Only Live Twice. Well, God,
In Japan, men come, women come, everyone comes. You might retire here, I think. Yeah. Is my wife gonna be ugly as a sow?
it's like bad because it's a Connery, but I think amongst the Connerys, it's not the worst. So I
don't think so.
like
I remember
like
it
a
being bad.
5 or a 6.
6?
I can see 5. I mean, to be fair, nothing's
Okay.
bringing me to 6.
No,
Yeah.
I think I'm stuck at 5 as well. Like
Cultural insensitivity.
cultural insensitivity. I think we did something like 8 or 10.
Yeah, probably. I think. Now I can't remember it in specificity at this point, which I
No,
think
it was 8 because we gave Live and Let Die 10.
yes,
Yes, well
we
remembered.
did. Okay, fine, 8. But that's what we gave it. Like, fine, yeah, okay, put 8 down.
Unprovoked
violence?
Well, Bond.
It's low. He didn't.
Yeah, I want to say Bond did kill those astronauts with the cold vacuum of space, and that's a lonely, miserable death. But like,
Yeah.
But those guys were
they were trying to live by the space probe, die by the space probe, right? Like the classic saying. And I don't think we mentioned this at the time either. So I don't know. Does he do any like domestic violence in this one? Because he did a lot of it in some of the others. Does he hit any women?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Like I don't.
I got a comment recently that from my mother, by the way, who said that we're allergic to giving movies 2s. We're always doing
it
1
really is
or
a bit
3.
of a gap. Yeah, that's
I was about to suggest we give it 2 for this. I don't
shit.
remember any other
all right, sure.
unprovoked violence.
And then
misogyny,
I think, was definitionally high for this.
Yeah, killing Kissy Suzuki and then replacing her with just a woman in bikini with no lines.
Yeah.
Come on.
Japan is a place where like women are inherently submissive.
Women come second,
unlike these, it's like bitch angloids. Is pretty fucking bad on both ends, I think.
On both ends.
I think whatever website you're getting this language from, etc. 6?
Yes, I think so.
All right.
That tracks.
That gives it a total score
6.
of
Yeah, let's do 6.
21. Now I have in front of me, I have the original book. Just double checking my
sacred
maths.
text.
The sacred text.
The sacred text.
There are very dedicated people who have been transcribing these who would love us like a view of the book. I think
we are very close because originally we gave it 22.
Oh my god, we're fucking geniuses! What's the
this was before the point where I started noting down, what our rationale was. So I don't know why or what the categories were, but
can I ask you quickly while you've still got that, can I ask you what the score from Russia with Love is? Because this is something that I've seen specific comment on.
19.
19. Shit.
Yes.
Okay. So wait, what was the discrepancy between the first time seeing You Only Live Twice and the second?
I don't know, because this was before I started noting it down for each individual category, which I only started doing.
The issue is from Russia with Love. When I gave the like scum score in the first ever jazz outro, I said 3526, right, which adds up to 16, which is not 19. So there's some fucking problem here, foundational, that we have not figured out yet.
It's a mystery. Who
knows? And that's lost to time. Like, it's gone. We don't have that knowledge.
We don't know. I still have my old notebooks, but like I didn't keep track of scores, so I only have my notes.
I'm famously bad at maths.
Yeah.
As I've said before on Philosophy Tube, I only know 3 things about mathematics. 1, I'm not very good at it, and C, I'm not very good at it.
Did we have Kronstein Rosettes yet?
We had Kronstein, definitely. We didn't have Goodnight yet because that was in Man with the Golden Gun.
Retroactively, right. I don't know if we did or not, but I kind of want to give Spectre 11 a Kronstein Rosette.
But she doesn't go above and beyond the cause for villainy. She fucks up.
Yeah, she does a particularly bad job.
Yeah.
But like a unique bad job is also, it's an
inverse Kronstein.
She deserved to get piranha'd.
Yeah, for like special little guy award for trying your best or whatever, like something. But not a Kronstein, certainly nothing like that.
No.
We gave the Kronstein to Tiger Tanaka, I'm seeing here.
Why?
But I don't know why. We didn't have Goodnight, right? So he would have gotten a Goodnight, I think, if we'd
Can we retroactively
strip
strip him of his Kronstein, give him a Goodnight, and Kronstein decorates someone else?
Yeah, we can do fucking anything we want.
I don't know who we would Kronstein for this. Like,
nobody really goes above and beyond.
Mr. Metals does his job.
Mr. Metals is reasonably hardcore.
I want to give it to that ninja because it must have been so difficult to like cart that anvil to the top of that building.
All right, to Kronstein Rosette to Anvil Ninja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anvil Ninja, a great category.
Yeah.
A character who does not exist and is not in the movie. Yeah.
We've already given a Kronstein Rosette to someone
Anvil
who doesn't
Ninja
exist.
is one of the most racist Twitch streamers in the game.
Every time we've been saying Anvil Ninja, I've been thinking of the Evil Genius games, which also owe a lot to the bass in this. So we already invented the evil bass, you know?
Yeah.
It did.
Which we're immensely
and that's
grateful.
You Only Live Twice.
Yeah. I mean, I feel pretty positive about this one. I I think this one was probably a fun watch if you don't mind all the racism.
Which is most of it. It's a lot of people's favorite Bond film. It's Mike Myers' favorite Bond
so
film.
much racism.
It's also the one that so many Eurospy movies remade. So many Eurospy movies are just the man who went to Japan.
Yeah, and none of them were good either.
No.
I can say that very authoritatively now.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
It has the structure of a better movie. God, well, in that case, that means that whenever we do the next No Notes, that's going to be on Her Majesty's Secret
I want to do that soon because I
Service.
don't remember a fucking thing about it.
Yeah, we've remembered how fun this idea is when you spread
Yes.
them out occasionally to just,
We'll bring one up at some point soon.
Yeah, I love doing this. I love doing Q&As. I love doing No Notes.
Yeah, we should do a Q&A. We haven't done
We
one
should
yet.
do a Q&A again soon. Sure. I mean, fuck, I've got the next bonus pick.
Hell yeah. I mean, I think it is literally the 200th episode if you do that.
It would be the 200th movie. So if we do a Q&A pick, whatever the next free episode is, would be the 200th movie.
Curious. We'll figure this all out.
It's
right?
a constructed accolade anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
We love Kill James Bond. We've done a lot of it. You guys love it. We're going to keep fucking going with it.
Yeah, that's the
The
most.
only reason we
the
really
thing.
got the award is because publicists had a good relationship with the. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't even ask about how Anvil Ninja got that Kronstein rosette. It's really grimy process when you get
Anvil
into it.
Ninja
Nepo,
fucked
baby.
everyone in the academy. It's crazy.
I didn't love that Anvil Ninja did that like 5-minute speech and had to like shush the orchestra a couple of times. You know, like how many people do you have to thank, really? Like just
Also, the fact that Anvil Ninja didn't mention what is being done to the Anvil community once in his speech.
Yeah, it's like you're right there. Like, why would you not?
You're winning the award for the movie about anvils, and you didn't mention whatever.
He said he was gonna do it if he won, but he just didn't.
No, just how none of the anvils won the award. Only the ninja.
this is interesting double standard. Yeah,
coming out and being like, "Look, I'm sorry to the country of Japan," but it wasn't really about Japan. Its heart was more in the. All right, kill the episode. We're done.
Bye. Goodbye. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Another 200
No
episodes.
trans person has won an Oscar yet. It's
Except
still
crime.
available, baby. It's still open. Let's go.
Trans people have achieved everything in every field except film.
Except the Oscars.
Sitting here with an egged and trying my best.
Yes, 200 more episodes. Thank you for listening.
Million
Thank you for
years.
subscribing. Kill James Bond 1 million years. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Kill Bond.
Now.
Thank you for listening to yet another episode of Kill James Bond. In 2 weeks' time on the free feed, our next episode is going to be Gone in 60 Seconds with returning champion Victoria Scott. Very excited to have her back on. But if that is simply too long for you to wait, then you can head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/killjamesbond, all one word, and sign up today for as little as £5 a month. And our next bonus episode next week will be Saint Maud. You know, I never really mentioned this, but we've got a little stream. Myself, Trinket from 24 Bar Party People, and Josh from The Worst of All Possible Worlds. Both people who've been on this podcast before. Great, really funny. Just some of my dearest friends. And we have a little stream together called The Traditional Scrunch, which is every Monday and Thursday at 9 o'clock UK time. You can find that by going to twitch.tv/traditional_scrunch or just scren, SCREN.ch. I don't know. I've been putting a lot of effort into it recently, so it would mean the world if you could just check it out, see if it's the kind of thing you might want to watch. No pressure or anything. God, no pressure or anything. Anyway, let's talk about these £15 and above patrons. And those are Hayla just wants to hear someone say her name, Gil the Gilded Dragon, Lobjorn's Daughter, Candy Fox, Freya Aloysius, Gustavo Lira, Elspeth Hunt, Jordan Gammy, Nick Boris, Mike Berg, Hannah Oberhardt, Naoto Mori, George Rohack, Canada Will Remember Devon's Promise, Drone Lover, Yarrick, Live Free or Cry, A New Uncle, Melody Morrow Gonzalez, Labor Delenda S, Trip, Library Hitman, Top O, Max Gemainhard, Kit Devine wrote a second book, Jack Drummond, Beef Crime, K Maybe Okay, Mia, Arizona Frog Strangler, Staz, Lyndon Rose, Anhedonia, Tracheotomy Junkie, Maeve, Victoria Roth, Cakerden, Claire, Forrest L, Norvell, Molly Powerslide, Steve Widdershins, Science Daddy, some sort of silly Canadian creature, Cayenne Belladonna is still herself despite it all, The Crimson Paw, Olivia Artmosha, Loretta May Zerf, Anya Top, Lady Houndstooth, CJ the Tiger, Arthur Sex Crimes, Whitney Wolverine Goblin Queen, Penile Sparing Vaginoplasty, Pierre Menard wrote a book called Don Quixote, Ash brackets lame ass dork, Lenina Skayhawk 2, a trans robot, Claire Baker, Robert De Niro in Heat, and I'm not apologizing. Have you asked your axolotl if they'll be back tomorrow? Erin Taylor, Hell, Joyous Uwu, Annie Ruby. You guys could all fuck me up so badly if you just changed your like names to tongue twisters of various kinds. Oh god, that'd be such a good bit. Where'd I get to? Annie Ruby, Saturdays Claire, Akira, Stay Soft or Die Hard, Meat Popsicle, April Professional Knife Girl, Commander Freddy, Violet Cybra, Isopod Gal, Rope Trick, Lady Ariane, Clarification, John 2089, Alex, Wolfscott, Noblesse Oblahai, A Sizz Man, you know my thoughts about that, Seng Shen, Casquatch, Liz and Ash at the University of Florida, Clairvoyance, Julia Koch, Wolfie is Normal, Robert Greensmith, Al Irving, Philippa Smith, Cariad, Abigail, Finn Ross, Pandora, Katarina Hex, Misidentified Lemon in Business Shibari, Talkative Tiger, Emily, Queen of Sloths, going it/its for the bit/bits, Turfs Eat Shit and Die Alone, Lauren Baston, Josh Simmons, Zoe Shepherd, Cassandra, Mistress Angela A-List, Loz Pycock, Charlotte with a D, Armored Contempt. Please, please, please watch Widows 2018 during robbery season. I'm putting it on the list, thank you. Kill James Bond is November, Abigail and Devon. Our producer is the wonderful Mr. Napathay. Our podcast art is by John DeLuca, and our website is by Tom Allen. And I'll see you next time. Mwah.